Welcome to FACT-ory. Strap in and get ready for 50 random facts that you won't believe. Ready? Let's go. Number 1. At the Henry Ford Museum in Michigan, there's a peculiar artifact, a test tube said to contain Thomas Edison's final breath. Henry Ford, a devoted admirer and close friend of Edison, requested this from Edison's son. Believing in spiritual preservation, Ford thought capturing the breath might hold part of Edison's essence. Today, it remains sealed and displayed. Number 2. In 2024, a scientific journal accidentally published an AI-generated image of a rat with exaggerated genitalia. Intended to illustrate stem cell research, the image instead featured absurd anatomy, including 4 oversized testicles. The journal, Frontiers in Cell and Developmental Biology, quickly removed the image, admitting it didn't meet editorial standards. The misstep sparked laughter and embarrassment in equal measure. Number 3. Many assume Earth's gravity is uniform, but it actually varies based on geography and mass distribution. For example, Hudson Bay in Canada has lower gravity due to glacial compression from the Ice Age. Another anomaly exists in the Indian Ocean. Even elevation matters. Mount Chimborazo in Ecuador, due to Earth's bulge, experiences slightly weaker gravity at its summit. Number 4. Yes, synthetic grass flip-flops are real, and they're as odd as they sound. Designed to mimic the feeling of walking on a lawn, these sandals offer a quirky sensory experience. Some companies even allow custom branding on them, making them a novelty gift idea. Whether for fun or fashion, they've turned quirky comfort into a conversation starter. Number 5. On June 9, 2018, over 2,500 women participated in the world's largest skinny dip at Majerarty Beach, Ireland. The event raised funds for a pediatric cancer charity and was inspired by cancer survivor Dee Featherstone. Starting with just 60 swimmers in 2017, it grew into an annual movement of empowerment, support, and liberation, all for a meaningful cause. Number 6. The longest word in English isn't anti-disestablishmentarianism. It's the chemical name for the protein titin. It contains nearly 190,000 letters and would take over 3 hours to pronounce. Due to its impracticality, scientists simply call it titin. The word exists mainly to describe a specific protein structure, but it highlights the extreme lengths of scientific terminology. Number 7. Chalk, made from calcium carbonate, is technically edible in small amounts. While it's not poisonous, consuming it can cause digestive discomfort and may point to pica, a condition where people crave non-food items. Though some cultures use it ritualistically, regular consumption isn't safe. It's better admired on a blackboard than swallowed as a snack. Number 8. Chimpanzees are surprisingly generous when it comes to food sharing. Researchers at the Max Planck Institute observed chimps in Ivory Coast who gave food to non-relatives without expecting anything in return. This behavior is rare in the animal kingdom and suggests early evolutionary roots of human cooperation. It challenges the idea that animals only act out of self-interest. Number 9. Dildos have existed for millennia, with archaeologists uncovering a 28,000-year-old stone object resembling a penis. Today, the sex toy industry is massive. One Los Angeles factory alone produces 15,000 dildos daily. Materials and designs vary widely, reflecting both technological advancement and cultural openness. What began as a prehistoric tool is now a thriving modern business. Number 10. At the Salt Lake City Farmers Market, a group of retirees known as the Old Coots offer free tongue-in-cheek advice. Their booth sign reads, "Probably bad advice, but it's free." What started as a distraction from deli chats became a beloved stall. They now field questions from dating problems to ghost stories, and even inspired similar booths nationwide. Number 11. The Great Pacific Garbage Patch is a swirling mass of marine debris in the North Pacific, containing about 1.8 trillion pieces of plastic. It covers roughly 1.6 million square kilometers, over twice the size of Texas. Scientists mapped it using boats, nets, and aircraft rather than satellites. The patch constantly shifts, but its scale highlights the severity of ocean pollution. Number 12. Pigs hold the record for the longest orgasm among mammals, lasting about 30 minutes on average and sometimes up to 90. While humans may rule cognitively, pigs win in sheer duration. This biological quirk has fascinated scientists studying animal reproduction. Despite its oddity, it's a reminder of the diverse and surprising traits found throughout the animal kingdom. Number 13. Researchers at Northwestern and Washington universities developed a biodegradable implant that helps heal nerves in injured rats. The device, about the size of a dime, delivers electrical pulses to promote recovery and then naturally dissolves in the body. This innovation may one day replace traditional nerve repair methods and reduce long-term complications from permanent implants. Number 14. Clay tablets from ancient Mesopotamia reveal some of the world's earliest recorded recipes, dating back over 4,000 years. These ancient cookbooks include stews, pies, and broths, though instructions are minimal. Yale researchers attempted to recreate the dishes, with mixed culinary results. These tablets show that thoughtful cuisine and food culture were important even in ancient civilizations. Number 15. Archaeologists discovered dolphin bones in a 6,000-year-old midden on Pedro Gonzalez Island, Panama. The find suggests early inhabitants may have hunted dolphins, an unusual practice for the region. One skull had a puncture wound, hinting at active hunting. While the exact method is unknown, researchers speculate that dolphins were driven onto beaches using canoes as part of the hunt. Number 16. Facebook's iconic blue color isn't just a branding choice. It's personal for founder Mark Zuckerberg, who is red-green colorblind. For him, blue is the most visible and distinguishable hue. The color choice also offers a clean and calming look for users. This design decision demonstrates how accessibility considerations can shape major tech platforms. Number 17. March 20th marks the International Day of Happiness, a United Nations initiative established in 2012 to promote well-being and global cheer. The UN offers a guide for celebrating, including actions like spreading kindness and reducing inequality. Finland has topped the World Happiness Report for 7 years, thanks to strong social systems, trust in government, and a generous culture. Number 18. The Anglo-Zanzibar War of 1896 is the shortest war in recorded history, lasting just 38 minutes. It began when the British opposed Sultan Khalid bin Bargash's claim to the throne. British naval forces quickly overwhelmed the Sultan's palace, ending his reign before most people even realized a war had started. It remains a bizarre and historic military event. Number 19. In China, a 1,000-year-old stupa found beneath the Grand Baoan Temple may contain a fragment of the Buddha's skull. Housed in an intricately carved sandalwood box adorned with jewels, the relic dates to the Song dynasty. Accompanying bones of other saints were found inside. This discovery is one of the most significant Buddhist archaeological finds in recent history. Number 20. Nepal's national flag stands out for being the world's only non-quadrilateral national flag. Consisting of 2 stacked triangles, it symbolizes the Himalayas and features the moon and sun. Originally, these celestial symbols had faces, which were removed in 1962 for modernity. The flag's crimson red signifies bravery, while the blue border represents peace and harmony. Number 21. Trees have internal biological rhythms, much like humans. Researchers in Finland used infrared technology to observe birch trees drooping at night and subtly lifting before sunrise, even in total darkness. This suggests trees aren't just passively reacting to sunlight, but have an internal clock. It's a fascinating glimpse into the hidden rhythmic life of plants. Number 22. In 1994, Bill Gates purchased Leonardo da Vinci's Codex Leicester for $30.8 million, making it the most expensive book ever sold at the time. The 72-page manuscript contains Da Vinci's scientific musings and sketches on astronomy, water flow, and light. Gates later digitized the codex, allowing global audiences to explore the genius of Da Vinci through modern technology. Number 23. The first smiley face emoticon was created in 1982 by Scott Fahlman, a professor at Carnegie Mellon University. He used it on an early online message board to distinguish jokes from serious messages. Though simple, it sparked a digital language revolution. Today, emoticons and emojis are essential tools for expressing tone in virtual conversations. Number 24. During hibernation, bears don't poop. Instead, they form a fecal plug, an odd but effective biological cork made from intestinal cells, hair, and plant material. This plug blocks the exit, allowing bears to sleep for months without a mess. Surprisingly, the dried plug doesn't smell terrible and is often studied by researchers for insights into bear physiology. Number 25. In Istanbul, 17-year-old Fuzi Zabat became a hero by catching a toddler who had fallen from a second-story window. He noticed the child leaning dangerously and positioned himself perfectly to make the life-saving catch. The dramatic moment was captured on security footage. Thanks to his quick thinking, the child was unharmed and safely returned to her family. Number 26. The Eiffel Tower has had 19 paint jobs since its completion in 1889 to protect it from rust. Originally reddish-brown, it's also been yellow and bronze before settling on its current hue. Painting it takes about 60 tons of paint and happens roughly every 7 years. Gustave Eiffel himself insisted on its regular maintenance to preserve the structure. Number 27. In 2 separate incidents, factory workers in Pennsylvania and New Jersey tragically died after falling into large vats of melted chocolate. One man slipped into a 4,500-liter vat in 2002, while another was knocked in by a mixing blade in 2009. These cases highlight the serious dangers of industrial food production, even in something as sweet as chocolate. Number 28. Every U.S. state name shares at least one letter with the word mackerel, except Ohio. This odd linguistic trivia has puzzled word lovers and trivia buffs alike. Whether coincidence or just a strange pattern, it's one of those strange facts that makes you look differently at everyday names and words. Go ahead, check the map, and see for yourself. Number 29. Australia is on track to become the first country to eliminate cervical cancer. Thanks to a nationwide screening program and an HPV vaccination rollout, rates have plummeted to half the global average. By 2035, experts predict it could fall below 4 cases per 100,000 people. It's a global health success story that other nations are hoping to replicate. Number 30. Exploding ants from Southeast Asia have a dramatic defense. They self-destruct to protect their colony. When threatened, these ants rupture their own bodies, releasing a sticky, toxic fluid that immobilizes attackers. It's a suicidal strategy, but one that works remarkably well in deterring predators. This extreme behavior highlights the lengths nature goes to ensure group survival. Number 31. In ancient Rome, female gladiators, called gladiatrices, often fought topless, wearing only loincloths, shin guards, helmets, and occasionally shields. This attire was partly for practical combat, but also catered to the male-dominated audience. After their matches, the women would remove their helmets and raise their swords in salute. Their presence challenged gender norms in an arena known for brutality and spectacle. Number 32. The Monopoly mascot was originally named Milburn Pennybags. Though most people now know him as Mr. Monopoly, other characters in the game include Jake the Jailbird and Officer Mallory, who appear on the jail and go-to-jail spaces. His top hat and mustache have remained iconic, but the character got a full makeover in 1999 to modernize his look. Number 33. Artificial intelligence pioneer Geoffrey Hinton has voiced serious concerns about advanced AI. He worries that future AI systems may become too manipulative, blur reality, and replace human decision-making. While today's AI mostly handles data entry and scheduling, Hinton warns we're moving too fast. Still, experts believe that responsible development could bring new, better-paying jobs to replace those lost. Number 34. In 1962, a US B-52 bomber broke apart mid-air over Goldsboro, North Carolina, dropping 2 nuclear bombs. One remained intact, but the other came dangerously close to detonating, with 5 of 6 safety mechanisms failing. Only a single low-voltage switch prevented disaster. The incident was kept quiet for decades and remains one of the closest near-nuclear events in U.S. history. Number 35. Evidence of gambling dates back over 5,000 years, with ancient Mesopotamians using dice-like objects and rituals. Gambling in those times was often tied to divine guidance, not just entertainment. Egyptians also played a game called Senet, which combined luck and spiritual significance. These early games laid the foundation for the global gaming and gambling industries we recognize today. Number 36. When you close your eyes, you don't actually see black. Instead, most people perceive a color called Eigengrau, or intrinsic gray. It's a dark gray visual field your eyes produce in absence of light. This phenomenon comes from the brain's constant interpretation of sensory signals. Even in darkness, and reminds us that what we see is often shaped internally. Number 37. Male sweat contains a chemical called androstenedione, which can trigger arousal in women. A study published in the Journal of Neuroscience found that this compound increases cortisol levels, heightening alertness and mood. Though not a substitute for cologne, it shows how human attraction involves more than just appearance. Our bodies speak a chemical language we rarely notice. Number 38. The stapes bone located in the middle ear is the smallest bone in the human body, measuring only about 3 millimeters. Despite its size, it plays a crucial role in hearing by transmitting sound vibrations from the eardrum to the inner ear. Without it, our ability to detect and interpret sound would be drastically impaired. Tiny, but mighty. Number 39. Almonds require immense amounts of water to grow, about 1 to 3 gallons per nut. With California producing over 1.2 million tons of almonds annually, the industry places a heavy burden on the state's water supply. Critics argue for more sustainable farming practices. This surprising fact has sparked debates about agriculture's environmental impact, especially in drought-prone regions. Number 40. The average human produces around 6 pounds of feces each week, translating to over 300 pounds annually. That's about the weight of a full-grown panda. Scientists have even measured the typical poo velocity at roughly 8 inches per second. From digestion to elimination, our bodies work like biological machines, quietly processing and discarding waste every single day. Number 41. Facial scars on men can be seen as attractive, particularly in short-term romantic contexts. Research suggests scars signal strength, survival, or higher testosterone levels, traits subconsciously linked to masculinity. However, when women consider long-term partners, they tend to prefer scar-free faces, which are associated with empathy and care. So your scar might be a flirt bonus, but not a forever pass. Number 42. The world's first vending machine wasn't for snacks or drinks. It was for holy water. Invented in 1st century Egypt by Hero of Alexandria, the device dispensed water when a coin was dropped into it. The weight of the coin triggered a lever, releasing a measured amount. A marvel of ancient engineering, it shows automation isn't just a modern obsession. Number 43. Burning paraffin wax candles, especially cheap ones, can release harmful chemicals like toluene and benzene into the air. These compounds are linked to respiratory issues and even DNA damage. The colorful dyes and synthetic scents can also emit soot containing lead, zinc, and tin. If you burn candles frequently, switching to soy or beeswax alternatives can be a healthier choice. Number 44. The word goodbye didn't always sound so simple. It evolved from the Old English phrase, God be with ye, which was first documented in the 1500s. Over time, the phrase was shortened through everyday speech until it became the goodbye we use today. Every farewell you say carries a little echo of centuries-old blessings and well wishes. Number 45. Spinal implants developed in Switzerland have helped paralyzed individuals walk again. These devices amplify brain signals and stimulate nerves in the legs, bypassing damaged spinal areas. One man, paralyzed for 7 years, regained the ability to walk nearly 1 kilometer with the implant switched on. The tech is still in development but offers new hope for spinal injury recovery. Number 46. William Shakespeare is credited with inventing more than 1,700 words still used in modern English. He created new terms by changing nouns into verbs, adding prefixes and suffixes, and combining words in inventive ways. Words like eyeball, swagger, and fashionable all originated in his plays. His creativity helped shape not just drama, but the very language we speak today. Number 47. Each winter, the Yukon Sourdough Rendezvous Festival in Canada hosts a bizarre but beautiful event, the International Hair Freezing Contest. Participants soak in hot springs, then let the freezing air sculpt their hair into wild, icy shapes. The results range from whimsical to otherworldly. The frozen hairstyles melt with a dip underwater, and yes, bald folks with wigs are welcome too. Number 48. The word spoon feed is a rare Z to A word, meaning its letters appear in nearly perfect reverse alphabetical order. It refers to giving someone so much help or information that they don't have to think for themselves. Much like feeding a baby, it suggests passivity and over-guidance. Linguists love it for its structure, and teachers often don't love doing it. Number 49. In 2018, residents of Southampton, England, formed a 150-meter-long human chain to help move a beloved indie bookstore, October Books. The shop was relocating a few doors down, but had thousands of books to transfer. Locals, staff, and strangers joined hands, passing books one by one. The event went viral and stood as a powerful symbol of community support. Number 50. During World War II, jelly beans were included in American soldiers' rations. The colorful candies were ideal. They didn't melt, lasted long, and gave a quick energy boost. More than just a treat, they provided a small taste of home during tough times. Their inclusion helped solidify their popularity in the U.S. as a nostalgic, enduring snack.